All right, so we are officially on the road to go do some camping this week. But here's the problem. I have no idea what to make. Sometimes you just draw a blank, like when you're sitting at home trying to think of what's for dinner. Well, I definitely do the same thing with camp food. I'd like to have something different, but I don't know what. The only thing I know to do is go to the store, wander around way too long, kill a ton of time, and kind of hope inspiration strikes me. I don't know. We definitely have an increase in temperatures this week. I think it's, what is it, 47 degrees outside. 47. Last week, it was in the single digits at night for sleeping. So tonight's gonna be nice. One like generic looking weather report said like high 20s, early 30s. Early? Not early, low. High 20s, low 30s. Another thing I saw was not even freezing. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that cold. Or, like, maybe some hot soup would be nice, but I don't know. Anyway, we got gasoline. We got the truck in motion. All we can do is go to the grocery store, figure out something to cook, and get to camp. Stick around, we'll figure this out. All right, so I know it's a little random, not really much of a theme for dinner. Like I said, I want something different. I'm kind of sick of eating the same stuff over and over again. So we're just gonna have a little diversity in our dinner. I do have a new snack to try too that I found the other day. I think I was at Walmart and I found it. So we got a new snack, some new carnitas. I've never had those. Got a little something different planned for breakfast. Got a new camp soda. Got a new hot sauce. Yep, everything new. So this is going to be a pretty good trip, I do believe. Now, the issue is, I'm trying to go back to the place I went 2 weeks ago that had the gate locked. I don't know that it's going to be worth the trip. It's not a bad spot. I've been there before. It's the closest place for me to go is the thing. So I want that to work. It's normally not closed all the time, I don't believe. So I'm not sure why the gate was locked then. There's 2 levels to that campground, and the bottom level has been closed for a while, but it's down a hill. Like, there goes, yep, there goes all my groceries. Anyway, it's down a hill, so like if you get a lot of snow and you get down in there, you might not get back out. So blocking that off makes sense, but the top, it doesn't make no sense. It's all on the top of the hill. Maybe now that it's warmed up, it'll be open, because there's not like people there. You just go in, you put your money in your thing, and you're done. So I don't know, maybe it's just because of the cold and they didn't want anybody in there freezing to death. So we're gonna try that, and then I got a backup plan, nothing else this time. I think I know a road that I can take to get to another spot that I've camped at before. So that's the plan. So I don't know, stay tuned. We'll figure out something. We always do. Well, that answers that question. I don't know, I guess we're just closed starting midway through the winter. It doesn't make any sense. And I have no idea who to contact to figure this out. I tried to kind of look on the internet and I just didn't really find anything. Maybe like look up a forestry part, I don't know. All right, now we gotta skip across the mountain over some back road and see if we can't get to the other spot. Well, the road was a little rough going at first. Still a lot of slush, but up here on top where the sun hits it, pretty nice. The road is fairly smooth for an old gravel back road. So, go a little farther, see if we can get across this whole thing. Because if not, it appears that we're going to have to turn around and come back a pretty good ways. And I don't want to do that. Because this time we are not stealth camping. I know that stealth camping isn't always the most popular videos on YouTube. But, yeah, I definitely didn't get many views. So I know not many of you loved it. But figured I'd do something a little different, but I think that's enough different for now. We got to get back out here and keep up the regular good old camping in the woods. All right, we're going to keep going across this road. We're going to figure out something, and we're going to get us a fire going and start on dinner soon. I'm getting hungry. About you guys, but I really enjoy backroading, especially roads I've never been on or like old farm roads. You just never know the cool stuff you'll see. Some of you may have guessed I'm pretty big into like vehicles, and I could drive around and look at old cars all day, because you'll be driving along and just like look over under an old junky barn or lean-to and see like a super rare car. Most of the time the people won't sell them. They think they're going to fix them up, but they're cool to look at. All right, we have arrived. That actually was not that bad of a drive over the mountain. It was definitely a little windy and curvy and very slushy in a few spots, but we got it. And now we're back at old trusty campsite. So what we're going to do, we gotta get a fire going, and I'm ready for a snack and a camp soda. This wind is going to make this a fight. All right, fire's going. That definitely took a while because the wind kept blowing it out. I wasn't going to make you guys sit there and watch me cuss at a piece of cardboard and lighter, but it's going. So now we got a new snack to try. Now, if you caught last week's video, I had the Hot Ones ragu, like marinara sauce, pasta sauce, whatever you'd like to call it. There's 3 different levels, and they all had like the Hot Ones hot sauce in the ragu itself. Like one had this bottle, one was like the, you know, other flavor, and it had the hottest one, last dab, and that was the hottest one. And a couple of you mentioned that Pringles now makes a Hot Ones chip, and I hadn't seen it. Well, I was in Walmart the other day and I found this, so I don't know if we were just behind here and just got it, or I just overlooked it. I don't go down the chip aisle a ton, but you know I had to try it. This is the Verde Los Caliente. I don't know if they plan on making different ones or not, or if they do. This was the only flavor that the Walmart I went in had. So I figured we'll give it a shot. I don't mind Pringles. Definitely have a greenish tint to them. You're not going to see that, but I'll show you anyway. Immediately I can smell that. It smells really good. So those are not that shabby even slightly. I like that. Definitely a good strong verde flavor. I don't know if they're supposed to be spicy, so I've not had the actual Hot Ones sauces. It doesn't say anything about being super spicy. I don't know where the verde lies on their scale. There's definitely a little bit of a kick. I hope you guys can hear me okay over this wind, because I read the weather report earlier, like right before I got here, and it said possible 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I don't know, we'll see. It's definitely not been 50 yet. I really like these. Normally, I'd be a little concerned with the fire with that wind, but everything's soaked. I mean, there's obviously still a ton of snow on the ground, and then when there's not snow, it's just wet. So I don't really think we're in that much danger. I'm still not going to get it huge, you know what I mean? It's going to stay down. I got to cook on it anyway. So, flavor-wise, these aren't too bad. It's like a 7.5. I'm pretty sure most like verde sauces are around like a medium-ish, mildish kind of heat. So I knew it wasn't going to be too intense. I want to say for like me personally, on my heat scale, it's like a 3. Got just a slight tingle, just enough to know it's there. If you can handle like Valentina's or Cholula, it's about there maybe. All right. Well, those chips definitely worked me up a little bit of a thirst. So I think it's about time we have a beverage. This week we are going with an icy light. Now, I know a few of you are from around Pennsylvania. I think I've talked to a couple of you from Maryland, Ohio. So a lot of you have probably heard and seen this, but I'm guessing it's more of an East Coast thing because this is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say 100%, but I believe so. It says the only beer that embodies all things black and gold, which I think is their colors, like the Steelers. Big on bold Iron City flavor, which a lot of PA has some history with like iron and steel, so I'm guessing that's what that means. It has like some years and stuff on the side. I'm guessing when they've won things. 95 calories, Pittsburgh Brewing Company, out of Creighton. You're not gonna be able to see it, but I'll show you anyways, in case I butcher that word. Yeah, seen them, never had one. 4.2%. I'm not gonna bother with the cup. I can't find it anyway. It's probably in there somewhere buried, but it's a light beer. It's just gonna look like any other light beer. So we're just gonna sip on it right out of the can. That's all they had was this 24, I'm guessing. 22, 24, 1 pint, 8 fluid ounce. It's got a little bite to it. I wouldn't say that's like your normal light beer. That has more of like a Busch PBR kind of vibe to it. It's smooth, but it's not as smooth as most light beers. Yeah, it's got a little kick, not bad. I don't love it. I think it's getting worse every sip. I expect it to be a little bit smoother than that, but I'll finish it. Yeah, I don't know. It's not quite in the 5s. I'd give it like a 4.8. Probably wouldn't get another one. There's just a lot of good choices out there that are better. So, I'm gonna sit back and sip on this, listen to that river, keep throwing a few sticks on the fire, enjoy that sunlight. This 47 degrees is a heat wave compared to last week. And it's gonna be nice for the next few days. Actually, I think Saturday's calling for like 50 some and rain. I'm not normally one to complain about winter. I like the snow. I don't mind the cold weather. I don't like it when it's just like rainy and muddy in the winter. So I'm pretty content with the snow, but spring's gonna be nice. Definitely want to get onto some content that I'm wanting to do this spring and summer. I think it's gonna be a good one. All right, let's give this Spam sushi a shot again. I know some of you caught that video and I really liked it. You guys were way off. Hang on, let me get you better. No? And I've been back to that Kroger, I know of at least once, looking for this stuff, and it just wasn't there again. There was like 4 packs that first time I got it. This time, last one. I don't know if it's that popular or they just don't make much because most people don't like Spam. Not sure. But I was excited to see it again. I wasn't planning on having it tonight, but it was so good I wasn't passing it up. I don't know why that works so well. That seaweed flavor with that Spam just works so good. I don't know what the seeds are. They look like sesame seeds, I'm guessing. I don't remember seeing those last time. But those are nice. I don't know what the sauce is. Maybe like a spicy mayo. It doesn't really have much of a kick at all, if any, but it's good on there. All right, I'm gonna stop that because I'll eat the whole thing. I don't want to ruin my appetite because I think dinner might be all right. I just threw a few more pieces of wood on there. Getting a little later in the evening, but I think we can start cooking soon. The good thing is I think all you have to do is heat that up. So it shouldn't be too bad. So if anybody didn't know, carnitas is slow cooked pork. I used to get carnitas every time I went to a Mexican restaurant because it's just always really good. And for some reason now I'm on a chicken kick. But anyway, carnitas are really tasty. I don't know exactly what cut of pork they use. I just know that they slow cook it forever, right? And everywhere I go, like around home, you can usually either get, I think it's like a tomatillo sauce, or I think maybe they call it rancho. It's like a red sauce. It's a little spicier. Or you can get salsa verde. This is just seasoned, I guess. Yeah, rubbed with seasoning. So there's no sauce in here, I don't believe. It is fully cooked. It says right on the front there. Keep refrigerated. You got microwave and stovetop. Stovetop says heat 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil over medium-high heat. Add pork to a hot skillet and break the meat apart. So it'll be easy. Like 5 minutes, we got carnitas. Gives you a couple recipes on the back for burritos and tacos. Yeah, I think they're gonna be tasty. About time to throw them on the fire. I've never had these tortilla bowls before. I wanted something a little different because plain old tacos get a little boring. I know these have been out forever. I've just never really tried them because they didn't make any sense. But now that I think about it more, maybe they do make sense. Everything stays right inside and won't spill everywhere. I'm running out to heat these up, so we're just going to throw it in the skillet and hope for the best. Very poorly cut onion brought from home. So this is what we're going for sauce this time. And it says medium. It's got 2 little peppers, paste, cilantro, jalapeno, lime. Most jalapeno stuff is not that spicy, but just kind of wanted something different. It says around the back, tacos, burrito bowls, salads, seafoods, enchiladas. I mean, it goes on anything, but I'll give it a shot here. Tastes all right. Definitely not enough kick. I don't know, let's try it on there. There's one tiny little taco boat. I don't know why, but for some reason the package it looked bigger than that. That is really not bad. I don't know what that seasoning is. I should have read the package. I burned it already. I don't know, the seasoning tastes all right. It's not super dry, not super chewy. I'd get it again. That's pretty good on there. Just not nearly enough spice to it. That stuff comes out fast. Well, that's not very filling, as you can imagine. It's more of like a taco kayak instead of a taco boat. But it is handy. I mean, it doesn't really spill. I see why people might like them. Hardly anything to that. All right, dinner's done. I'm glad I had a little snack and an appetizer, because if not, I could have ate quite a few of those little tacos. They're like street taco size, like them just little tiny 2-bite deals. Well, they were pretty good. I mean, I'd definitely get that meat again. Pretty surprising coming out of a grocery store for something like that. Figured it'd be kind of bland and it would dry out real fast, but it's all right. I don't go too crazy with my tacos normally. Some people put like lettuce, tomato, sour cream, like a couple things, I'm good. I do think a few jalapenos have been nice on there, just give it that extra little kick. But now I need to go over and suck the fire back up, because with that wind blowing, it like burns it down real fast. But we got plenty of firewood. I think it's going to be a nice evening. It's supposed to be a little cloudy. So we'll stoke that up, kick back, finish off my icy light, I believe. I really wish it wasn't windy. It just cuts into you just a little bit. All right, so you can tell I'm in a t-shirt. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's nice. It's not super warm, but it's not very cold. Definitely in the 30s anyway. So we got a new coffee to try, and it is called Juan Valdez. I want to say I've seen this somewhere, like somebody else on the like YouTube tried it, or I don't know, something. It's definitely different. It's like really big chunks of coffee. freeze dried, instant coffee, classic. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. And then we got Snickers coffee mate creamer. I don't know that I've had this. I want to say for some reason I had it on the channel a long time ago. I don't know. My memory is basically non-existent. So if I have had it, I don't remember. So it's new. We'll try it anyway. Water is definitely boiling by now. Alright. You guys cannot even see me, I don't think. Can't see in there either. I'm gonna try it black, see what it tastes like. That's hot. I don't know how much to put in here because it didn't really say. But I know it's about, I mean, it was at least a tablespoon anyway. It's kind of strong, actually. Still really hot. Yeah, it's really bitter and strong. That Black Rifle I tried a while back was one of the better just straight black coffees I've had in a while. They usually taste like this to me, and that's why I don't do it. All right, let's try the creamer. That's way too much, probably. Didn't get anything to start with. Better. Like, that's enough to change the color. If you can see, you can't see in there, but that's still really strong and bitter tasting. I don't know, maybe I don't like that Juan, what's it called, Juan Valdez or something like that. I don't know, I'll drink it up, but I don't think I'm a fan of it. That Black Rifle we tried here a while back was definitely a lot better. The more I drink of that, the more I don't like it. It's actually getting pretty terrible. But I'll finish it and maybe just pawn the rest of that jar of coffee off on somebody. I don't know yet. Or just try a different creamer. Maybe that would help. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is start on some breakfast maybe. Do a little breakfast kayak as well. So I'm still saying that's not a boat, that's tiny. This is going to be a disaster. Huge mess. Sauce everywhere. That's really not terrible. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't love Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage. I thought I used to, and for some reason, like in the past couple years, I've just grown not to like it that much. But this one is not that bad for like pre-cooked stuff. Definitely had worse. That hot sauce is actually not too bad on there, or taco sauce, or whatever that is. not the best breakfast I've ever had, but that is really good. I'll do that again for sure. All right, finally got my mess cleaned up. I think I'm ready to get out of here. As much as I don't want to, because it's really nice out now. It's gotten a little warmer, right by the river. But I do have to leave. Thank you guys for coming along. Always enjoy having you. And next week, we'll get into some more camping probably. The weather for next week looks really nice. I don't have anything planned for next week yet, but we'll just wing it, hope for the best. Figure out something good to cook. Already got a new hot sauce to try. We'll come up with something. But I'm gonna say for now, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Think about hitting that like and subscribe button. It's free. I mean, all you do is click it. Definitely help me out. Maybe tell your friends, share it on Facebook, something like that. It definitely helps. And leave me a comment. Maybe let me know what you guys thought of the dinner, or the hot sauce, or the breakfast, or just anything. I just like talking to you guys. But tune in next week, and thanks for watching.